Hello, YouTube. Today, I will be answering questions that my viewers have submitted on relationship advice. I think they came to the right person. I'm very good with advice for someone who's never been in a relationship before, but you know what? I think this advice will help them a lot. I'm ready to get into these questions. I haven't read any of them, so the first question is, how do I be okay with being alone when my partner isn't on their phone as much as I am? Get a hobby. Talk to your friends more. You know, the whole world is not supposed to revolve around this other person. And you don't need to be talking to them 24/7 to be okay with being alone. It's also important that you know where you stand and who you are as a person, right? Like maybe there's some, to be frank, attachment issues because yeah, been there, working on that. That's not me anymore. We're moving past that. We're becoming a secure individual in 2026. Talk to your friends more, cultivate hobbies, cultivate your other friendships that don't involve them. But also, if you want to talk to them more, tell them that. The next question, how do I love myself first? I learned to be comfortable and secure in who I am as a person. So I would say find the things you like about you. Amplify that mentally, maybe by like 100, and hype yourself up a lot. Hype yourself up a lot because you will never find another person that is like you. As corny as that sounds, it's true. You're literally one of one. You bring something to the table that other people can't, and that goes for everyone in here. If you can't find anything else that, you might love about yourself, it's your mindset. I do think it's important that if you have a very negative mindset, you need to redirect your thoughts into saying something good about yourself. If you literally wake up in the morning and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm so ugly. How could anyone ever love me?" That's what you're going to experience. Like literally when you wake up, just be like, I'm so pretty today. Like people love talking to me. I'm not annoying to anybody. Like, I don't know. I feel like everyone just loves being negative to themselves. Do the things that you love to do. And like if you're very dedicated to something, you can use that as like a very good personal, like positive trait of yourself. You could be like, oh, I'm obsessed with this one thing. Okay, you're very dedicated and very committed to focusing on one thing. Of course, like that's good. Like that would make you like an affectionate person. That means you love that thing so much, and that means you have a lot of love in your heart. So there you go. There you go. Next question. Getting from a man. So there's a lot of ways this can happen. You could go on Grindr, you can go on your local, like maybe there's some websites you can go on. If you're in a relationship, take the lead, or you can, or you could, like talk to them and be like, hey, so I'm really like, I'm just feeling it tonight. Like, like I'm in the mood. I'm not laughing. That's all I got. Maybe you can go into your nearest Home Depot, find a little hole in a toilet stall, and do not go on Grindr. You might nearly hook up with your boss. Okay, make sure that you know who you're talking to on Grindr. Moving on. Next. Okay, we have a book. My wife and mother slash father of our kids has been cheating on me for the past 3 months. We have 8 kids together, and I'm currently 7 months pregnant with our ninth child. We are naming her Stasia. The last time we went to marriage counseling, our therapist suggested having more sex, and we took that into consideration. For the past I can't read it. I can't read it. I can't. I can't. I can't. This is very serious. This is serious. This is serious. Okay. For the past 3 weeks, I have been dedicated to turning my wife every which way but loose in the bedroom and making her out of every hole possible in a good way. But she continues to cheat on me and sometimes will not come home until very late into the night. Schwa, what should I do? Please help us. Thanks. Okay, let's see. So you've been getting cheated on for the past few months, but you have 8 kids together. I would say like no, don't stay together for the kids. Already like cheating like no, no, you gotta go. Girl, you're better than that. Exactly. You get two Christmases. Two Christmases. They get two of every holiday. And because you've been getting cheated on for the past few months, stand up, get up, leave, lock the door behind you, don't go back. And probably take the kids with you. Next. If my friend is a bottom but a shy bottom, how do I get them to come out of their comfort zone? Okay. So when we're saying shy bottom, shy bottom, shy bottom, I would say, tell them it's okay to be themselves. Tell them it's okay to be who you are for your pride. You can be a pillow princess. Being a pillow princess isn't bad. Next, top or bottom? Next. All right, here's this next question. Here goes nothing, I guess. I don't really have anyone to talk about this, so I hope you can help me. I met my current partner when we were in high school. At that time, I thought he hated me because he always stayed away from me when I tried to talk to him. We lost contact for years until we met again as adults and became a couple. The thing is, this week he told me that there was someone new at his job, and you may be thinking, what's the problem with that? Well, she was also a classmate of ours, and he told me about her while smiling, and he doesn't smile often. I was sure he liked her then, so I don't really know how to approach this. Please give me some relationship advice, King. You are the only one I trust. Okay, I would say remember who the you are. Remember who you are. Remember, you're the one in the relationship with him. She's not. They weren't talking that whole time in high school or currently. I don't know how long you guys have been dating, but who's the one in the relationship? You. You're that. You will forever be that. He picked you for a reason, and though he shouldn't validate who you are, you're literally the one in the relationship for a reason. Not her. Maybe don't overthink that. You're already assuming that there's going to be a problem. Don't assume there's going to be a problem in the future. And if you're ever like, oh my god, I'm freaking out, like this girl, she's threatening me in our relationship, go back and be like, wait, why would he like her over me? Exactly. He wouldn't, because I'm that bitch and she could never compare to me. All right. Oh wow. Okay. Hello, Schwa. I am a college student male and I have a roommate male. I need help with what I should do about this recent scenario we had. My roommate is a great guy, one of the funniest people I've met, and he has always been mindful of my boundaries. We have a system going on. He is an athlete, so he is mindful of his protein intakes and home cooks his lunches. In exchange for food, I do his laundry after he gets back from working out. Okay. Aside from that, we have a pretty healthy friendship and hang out often, even though we have other friends around the uni. One night we went out to the campus bars since they're pretty lively before the end of the semester. He was hoping to find a girl to spend the night with, and I just wanted to get face with my friends before having to go back to my hometown. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't get lucky, and we both had to go back to our dorm. On the walk back, we had to hold each other for support so we don't stumble onto the ground. He had his arm around my hip, and I had my arm around his shoulders. Okay, this is giving very much like movie, fan fiction, Wattpad. Yes, he wouldn't stop blabbering about how he is such a great catch and how upset he was that he had to go home with blue balls. All while securely grasping my hip and subconsciously, I think, caressing my skin. It was driving me crazy. When we got back to the dorm, I plopped him onto his bed where, and it didn't finish. I plopped him onto his bed where blank. Maybe there's a part two. No. Okay. So, what's the question? How do I bag the baddie at my school that I've said about 3 words to? Hashtag lesbo. Yes. Okay. Be yourself, obvi. What are you looking for? Are you looking for her to come up to you? Are you looking for you to be the one that's making the move? You gotta talk to her more, right? Talk to her more. Look for excuses to. Oh my god, actually, don't look for excuses. Well, you could, but also have meaningful questions to ask. You could start off small, being like, "Oh hey, how's your day? Like, how you doing?" Literally cultivate. I love saying the word cultivate. Create a good friendship between you two so you have a foundation to go off of, right? If the friendship escalates, you can be like, "Oh, have you heard of blah 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 going on?" Or, "Do you want to go get, food with me after school or get a drink?" I would say put yourself out there more, initiate more things, ask the questions. Yes, like her stories, like her Instagram stories if you guys follow each other. And if you don't, what I used to do is I would look for a bunch of people that I went to school with and I would follow them all at the same time. And one of them would probably contain my crush. So there's not like a random reason to just randomly follow them out of the blue. You know what I mean? Yeah, comment like, where was my invite? Oh, you're showering without me? Yeah, that'd be good. Next. How do I deal with dating a Filipino? And there's a lot of ellipses before the word Filipino. What's wrong with Filipinos? So when we say deal with, like, what are we talking about? Like, so you want to stay in like a relationship with them? Or are you like already thinking about breaking up with him or them? Or if you are trying to somehow elevate your relationship using the words deal with, um, go to the family parties. Go eat some lumpia. Go eat some lechon. Ask them to see their lumpia. Go eat some turon. Go get Jollibee. Be like, oh, let's go here. Get into the culture, because you will be dealing with that for the rest of your life. Okay, next. Do you have a crush on any of your viewers or mods? Dot 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 dot. Winky face. Personality wise, you guys are so funny. And you guys are so great and sweet, and I giggle every time you guys send something. But do I know what a good 80% of you look like? No. And on top of that, being a gay man, I know like 99% of you who I do not know on what you guys look like. I would have to say no for this question, but thank you for asking me. But everyone here is a 10. Everyone here is a 10. You guys are all loving, so sweet. Love you guys all so much, but I am not currently crushing on anybody here. Next. E. I'm Mpreg and my hot wife doesn't want to rub my belly. So why doesn't she want to rub your belly? Like that's kind of a little bit like rude, like a little bit if you like ask me. Like a good belly rub is like who would want to turn that down? Bring it up to her. Bring that up in couples counseling. Next. Any advice on me having hookups with my not blood related uncle? Don't do that. Personally, me, I wouldn't do that. Next. So I have this one coworker who's really, really hot and cute and sweet, and I think he likes me too, but he won't ask me out. What do I do? Bite the bullet and do it yourself. If you think he likes you too, why aren't you doing that? And if it doesn't work out, well, one for the streets, and he can stay there until he learns how to come correct. Next. Top me? No. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating through the wind? Not recently. Hi, Diva. Hello. I've been thinking recently about I might be asexual or even aro ace, but I still want that kind of romantic slash sexual relationship. I realized recently that I've never had a single genuine romantic interest in anyone, and I've always confused platonic and romantic feelings. Been there before. Because maybe my mind is trying to convince me that I do feel that way since it's so normalized to have crushes as a teenager, so I feel like I've had to pretend to have crushes to fit in. I don't know, really. I guess I did always used to when I was like still iffy about like my sexuality growing up, I would always have these crushes on girls, and mind you, growing up, later I realized, oh, I just wanted to be their friend. Who knows, maybe somewhere down the line you'll find the person you're like, wait, because you, we're like this, we're like this. You know what I mean? If you still want that kind of relationship, maybe you'll just have to find the right one. I've never really experienced not having a crush on anybody, if I'm being real. I have, actually. It was a good 3 months. And it was a great 3 months. I hope that was good advice. I couldn't come up with anything for that, actually. Next. I have this best friend who I've known for years, and I think I caught feelings for him. Worst of all, he asked me to be his pretend boyfriend the other day, so his family will leave him alone about being single. What do I do? Do I tell him and ruin our friendship? He's not into me, and I don't think he ever will be. And why are you thinking that? If you think that, of course he's not going to be into you, because clearly you don't think you're the catch. I say ask him. Literally do it. Just ask him. Ask him. And if it doesn't work out, bye. You'll find someone else out there who's better. Sorry to those years down the drain, but you have so many more ahead of you, I'm sure. The voices, help me. The voices, arg. Go to therapy. How do I impress Plants vs. Zombies trade? Big fan of your hole, by the way. Are they a zombie or are they a plant? And if you're a pea shooter, well, that should be more than enough work. If you're corn on the cob, that should also be more than enough work. Crazy Dave. I would say, as a pea shooter, um, I would, well, you got that hole in front of your face, right? It's like if Birdo and Yoshi had a baby. Put that pea shooter hole to work. No, 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 not like PEE, like PEA. Like you're shooting peas out of your mouth, like peas in a pod. And a cherry bomb. Get the visual in his head that, they're like balls, and then you can be like, what if I wanted to impress a pea shooter? I would say, how's that hole tonight? How you doing? That's a that's a nice hole you have there. Just embrace its hole. Use these compliments that you get from the chat. Be like, wow, like your mouth is just so like I think that would help you impress them a lot. Next, how do I tell my boyfriend I also like a mutual friend at the same time without him freaking out and breaking up with me? I'm so scared this will destroy our friend group. So, so this could potentially become like a polyamorous type of thing. You know, I mean, there's always the question of would you be down to have another person in our relationship? You could at least, yeah, maybe bring up like a threesome. Maybe bring up a threesome, being like, so there's this other friend that I have, and I was thinking maybe we could spice things up again tonight. And if your boyfriend is like no, well at the end of the day, it's your boyfriend or it's your friend. Next. So, let's just say I have this really pretty coworker that I have the biggest crush on. I've tried getting over him, but unfortunately I cave every time we're invited out to drinks and he needs someone to take care of him. Bad news is I'm 75% certain he's straight. Only 75%. He says he'd date me if I was a girl and that I'm girl pretty, whatever the that means. But that's the most he's hinted at being attracted to me. So funny because I've been told that before. There's also this girl we work with that he tends to flirt back with, but there's still this part of me that thinks maybe he likes me. I don't know if he gets shy around me and I catch him staring a lot and he clings onto me like a koala bear when he's drunk, but it's the things I've mentioned before that's confusing me. Like the city we're from isn't that accepting, so maybe it's just like internalized homophobia or something. Should I just say, F it, confess? I think that's the only way I'll ever get over him, as scary as it sounds. They should talk to the guy who didn't finish his story. They can bond over their similarity. That's true. That's true. Alcohol tends to loosen up people a little bit and removes that filter. And for me, it kind of doesn't actually. But, stereotypically in media, you see people become very unfiltered when they drink. So maybe you guys can both go out, have a couple drinks, and get to talking. Just get over your get that question out there. Get that question out there. Ask him if he likes you, and be like, we can make. Don't be like we can make this work because that makes you sound like desperate. Just confess. Next. Is it bad to hook up with my third cousin? Yes. Next. I got a stuck in me. Fish it out. Why is it in there? How do I tell my crush I like them without sounding desperate and I would hope that when you ask your crush out, you aren't like a dog in heat and you can't hold it in inside of you. Let's compose ourselves. Let's ask them, hey, so I like you. Do you like me too? Maybe do it over text if you aren't up to doing that in person. Actually, doing it over text in this case might be more profitable. Next. I think my situationship got me pregnant. For backstory, I'm a trans male and struggled fitting in after I came out. My situationship was the first person who treated me well, so naturally I gravitated towards him, and after a few months we began hooking up. One of the last times we did, he forgot protection, and now my period is late. I took a test this morning and it came out positive. I can't decide if I should tell him. Yes, I would tell him, if I were pregnant. Next. I hooked up with my roommate and now he's avoiding me. We're also coworkers, so we spend every day together. Others are starting to notice the weird vibe between us as well. Help. Acting like a child. Go. I mean, I guess you could like ask him, right? Like you could be like, "So what the hell is going on?" And then I'm sure he'll open up to you and then be like, "Okay, well you can decide this isn't working out for me. I gotta go," and you guys aren't friends anymore. Or you could be like, "So," or maybe he's like catching feelings for you. Maybe you guys can get into a relationship. Next. Someone I was talking to online for over a year turned out to be my best friend, basically catfishing me, and I'm finding it hard to be mad because I'm also in love with him, but I still feel really hurt whenever I look at him. I feel like I need more details. So, you was the real face, like giving. Like, are we like, is that what we're attracted to? Are we attracted to like his personality? Are we attracted to like maybe they're just insecure, and they got to work on that to be in a secure, healthy relationship. I mean, obviously you're valid to feel hurt getting catfished, but that's on them for, maybe being a bit insecure and why they had to use a face that wasn't theirs to build up this friendship. Would trust be hurt a little bit after that? Yeah, but he'll just have to prove it to you, I guess. Next. My two best friends were hooking up behind my back for over a year. What's the question? Good for them, I guess. Maybe they should just date at that point. I think I'll need a little bit more context for that one. Next. My boyfriend and I are open and we have a third. Did the deed and it was wonderful. But I think the third is trying to steal my man. What should I do? Schwa. Well, block him. No more with you. You gotta go. Get rid of the third. And I'm not saying kill him. I'm just saying maybe you should keep it between the two of you for now and let's let's not, maybe let's hold off on the threesomes a little bit. Next. Hi Schwa, I need advice on how to approach guys. Context, I'm reserved and shy. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. 'Cause at the end of the day, what do you have to lose? Just literally go for it. Build up that fake confidence inside yourself. 'Cause it's all an act anyways. I would put myself in the mindset of who gives a at the end of the day. I'm gonna go up to this guy and be like, hey, you're cute. Wanna do something? Can I have your number? You got Instagram? Single? If he shuts you down, oh well. You didn't give a anyway in the first place. And it could end up working out. You either want it or you don't. And clearly, you don't want it bad enough if you can't approach anybody. Next. So there's this guy. I have a huge fat crush on him and I want his babies. Any advice? His name is Wario. Again, I guess if he won't put the pants on and you'll just have to be like, hey, I like you. Can I can we go out for drinks or can we get like a little can we get like dinner sometime and maybe you'll end up getting his babies. And if you're too scared to do that, well, you ain't getting nobody's babies today. So, next, how do I get over a man I never dated? Get under another one.
How do we get over a guy? What you need to do
Get
is
under another one.
Oh.
Go shopping. Do something better with your time. If he didn't show interest in you in the first place, get up and go. Sorry, I'm sure there's a lot of better things you can do with your life than crying over some man. If he won't do it, someone else will. Next. I was wondering if it itches, what is it? And no, it doesn't. Have you worn Vigs? Will you ever wear Vigs? When will you wear Vigs? Dracula by Tame Impala featuring Jenny. The remix is out now on all streaming platforms. Please make sure you go give that a listen. I don't know if I will ever wear wigs, but I do think that'd be very fun to do, so maybe sometime in the future I will end up wearing wigs. Do I know what they will be? Maybe I'll have a blonde moment. Maybe I'll have a bust down 20 inches. Maybe I'll have a... Maybe I could end up being like one of those trolls in those little troll dolls. Or maybe I could be a smurf. Who knows? Next, my friend tried setting me with this guy who isn't out of the closet, and he added me on Snapchat and immediately hit my DMs asking me to come over, and he's being really subliminal with his messages, saying his bed is so empty and he's feeling lonely. Oh, what? How old are we? What grade is this? But he's not my type and I don't know what to do, except I've been wanting to be in a relationship for a while, even though I don't need to be in one. Okay, well, good, you know you don't need to be in a relationship. Snapchat, so it's in middle school, that tracks. Well, if he's not your type, why are you entertaining that? I say get up and go, because why is he asking you to come over and his bed is so empty and he's feeling lonely? So, sorry, get up and go. I'm sure you can do a lot better considering he's not your type anyways in the first place. Let's leave. Let's not do this anymore. I'd say you should probably turn on the heat. I would say that to him too. Next, how do I channel bad bitch energy like you do? I am so glad you asked. Thank you. It's literally my music. But I don't know, like I can't listen to sad music. I listen to Jay Stevens, I listen to Flo. Megan will get you right with one song. Sad music just gets me too down and then I start overthinking and then I'm too in my feelings. It's just like no. And they really help me like uplift my mood and personality. Next, dating apps scare me. Me too. So don't go on them, I guess. Put yourself out there. Is that what you were looking for? Go to Target, go to Walmart, go to a local gay bar that hopefully didn't get crashed into by a plane, and maybe you'll find someone out there. Next, I want to love again, but I'm scared of getting hurt. So, tough love here. You're gonna have to bite the bullet, and you're just gonna have to do it. Otherwise, you're going to create this never-ending nasty loop for yourself, and no one will ever get to love you because you will continue shutting everyone out of your life and ghosting them, and you will never do what you want to do, relationship-wise. Next, should I do a long-distance relationship? It's not something I thought of doing, but I don't know if I can make it work. I mean, if you really like the person, why not, right? I would say you could make it work because I think if you like someone enough, you both would be willing to make it work. Work on your independency because if you're relying on the other person to give you happiness, you will never be happy in your life. Next, how do I get over my fear of intimacy? Listen to the last question. Next, my boyfriend is the sweetest, but I'm not 100% physically attracted to him. What do I do? Suck it with a blindfold. So how, like how important are looks to you? And does he have a great personality? Because there's not a lot of great men out there. If it's something you can work with, maybe it's the way he dresses, maybe hopefully it's just a fashion kind of related issue. Back to the physically attracted part. If, looks aren't that important, you can make it work. But if looks are kind of important at the end of the day to you, you should probably leave. You should probably leave. Well, that's all the questions I got from my form. Should I take live questions from chat? I think yes. Will you do this again? Yes, actually. I am so sad I didn't think of this before Valentine's Day. Would probably do it maybe annually, semi-annually. If I am scared of vampires and my crush turns out to be a vampire, what do I do? Let yourself get bit. Maybe I'll turn into a vampire too. Is that how that works? I'm not sure. Maybe it's not contagious, and if it isn't, well, you know what? I'm sure you'll find someone who's not a vampire. I've been playing this game with this guy, and I have a crush on him now, but he's really older. How do I tell him I like him when I am not a sorcerer? Oh yeah, also his name is Choso. You're gonna have to tell him you like him because I always like to say life is too short, and if they can't meet up to your standards, well, I'm sure you can find someone else. Well, YouTube, that was all of my viewers' questions, and I think I answered them very well. I hope they put this to use, and I'm expecting them to come back to me for updates. And if they don't, well, I'll be back here again, same time next year, maybe even earlier before that. So, bye, YouTube.